So, hey everyone, I'm Veronica, and I have a special guest with me today. This is Caleb from Pluto's Gate.
How are
Hey,
you?
he is joining me today. I will list a link to his YouTube channel as well. We are doing a two-part series where we're going to answer some viewer submitted questions, and part one is on my channel. Then you have to head over to his channel to see part number two. All right, so I've got some questions that were sort of picked at random. I guess we'll just dive right into it. Let's start with question number one. So, how to act once your specific person does contact you? Um, I think that you just act like yourself. I don't think that there's any specific formula or you need to act in a certain way. I think the fact that your specific person has contacted you means you're doing something right.
Yeah.
And it's time to just be yourself and just to kind of finally say all of those things that you've been waiting to say.
I think it's really important too that when they do show up, what I tell people is, it's okay to have the butterflies in your stomach and everything,
Mm.
but we still just want to make sure we're not putting them on the pedestal.
Yeah,
So like we're not constantly like in the back of our head freaking out like, oh, what if they think I'm weird? All this
right.
stuff. Like just try to be normal. It's okay to have butterflies.
Yeah,
This
of
person is your
course.
person. Just
Yeah,
let's just try to be as chill as we can. It's
yeah.
just keep it normal. Very very normal. We don't
Very
want to put them on a
normal.
pedestal. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Very natural, like you deserve this, like you
Hmm.
deserve to be talking to one another, not like it's a special or rare occurrence, like, oh my gosh, they're talking to me. Um,
Exactly.
just totally normal. Like, don't prepare anything. Don't think you have to be a certain way. Just be yourself. And that's how
Yep.
it's going to propel it to the next level. So they start talking to you. You obviously want to go out on dates. You want that
Hmm.
relationship. And the next, just feel like it's inevitable.
Exactly. It's like, when they say manifesting is easy, it really is. It's just
Mm,
we make it difficult, or we
yeah.
tend to make it difficult with our stories, behind the
Hmm.
limiting beliefs and stuff with, whatever it is you're trying to manifest. It's like,
Hmm.
but, it's like manifesting a penny on the ground. A manifestation is just a manifestation. So just think of it from that mindset. Just let it be
Hmm.
easy and come to you, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
exactly. And I mean, I think, you've the second like you have that breakthrough, you don't want to start to get into a lack mentality. Like don't
Yes.
toss away all the things that you've learned up until this point. Like obviously you've attracted them contacting you, so
Mhm.
don't
You're
change the
doing something
formula.
right.
Don't
Yes.
change it. Keep
Yes.
doing
There's
it.
something going right inside you, definitely.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
stop the visualizations, don't stop the affirmations, don't stop the abundant mindset, just keep going forward.
Yes. And keep the end result going too.
Yeah.
You get to marriage, what comes past marriage? Just keep it going.
Yeah.
It's a never ending fairy tale,
Right.
basically.
Yeah,
Exactly.
keep propelling it further and further and
Yeah.
further. And that's how you get the very best. Yeah.
Okay, so the second question is this person's 44 years old and they want to know how to get over the fear of driving. They've never driven before because of a fear that's kind of in the back of their mind. Well, it's the same thing with anything you're trying to manifest or a limiting belief or thought you have. Where attention goes, energy flows.
Mm.
So the more you keep giving this attention, the more you're going to find evidence or reasons of it to be afraid. So, if let's say they're afraid of driving or car accidents,
Hmm.
maybe they just start rendezvousing with seeing stories of car accidents or seeing car accidents on the road. It's a fear, a limiting belief that slowly has to start being dismantled and taken down because
Hmm.
just as easily as you gave it that power, you can take that power away. I mean, you can literally take that
Yeah.
power away, take it off the pedestal, basically, in
Hmm.
other words, is that
Yeah.
fear has no control over
Right.
you. You're just perceiving the illusion that that fear
Hmm.
has a control over you.
Yeah,
Really.
because I mean, there's plenty of people that drive on the roads that never get into an accident. So I think that you have to decide what kind of driving experience you're going to have. And I mean, this goes to kind of any experience in life.
Hmm.
Is it going to be a positive thing? Is it going to be something easy? I mean, if you've waited that long to try to drive, start reinventing how you feel you can be
Yeah,
behind the wheel. Start taking this on as a new experience. Driving can be wonderful. It gets you places. So it's definitely
exactly.
something that this person deserves to experience. So I would say to try to empower yourself, work on self-confidence,
Hmm.
building this feeling that things can go well in life as opposed to falling apart tragically.
Yeah. And I think that coincides too with the mental diet.
Yeah.
Catch those thoughts and flip them. I've done it before too, actually, where you see in Houston sometimes it floods really bad. I mean, it's just like
Oh.
torrential, like rainfalls, and sometimes I've been on the road with like driving to school and stuff, and I've had like a quick little fear pop up about an accident, and then my mental diet catches it instantly. I'm like, no, I'm always safe when I'm driving. I'm in control.
Right.
That's not going to happen. I'm not going to allow that into my reality,
Yeah,
basically.
so it's awareness about what you want to
Yeah.
focus on, and you have the choice what to focus on. Like, I mean, are you going to focus on good or are you going to focus on bad? Are you going
Yeah.
to focus on chaos or love? And it's your
Exactly.
choice what's going on
Exactly.
inside of you. But yeah, I
Yeah.
wish this
I
person the
totally
best
agree.
in
Yeah,
terms
me
of
too.
driving.
Exactly.
Get a
Yeah.
driver's license. I didn't get one till I was 24, so I was a little bit later in life too. But yeah, I think it's time, get that
Hmm.
driver's license.
It's never too late. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So the last question is, how do you get your specific person to move to the city and country you live in? I mean, I think a question like this, obviously the first thing that pops up in your mind is this term about sort of logistics, like how on earth is it going to happen? How are they going to get there? And like you'll think of limitations like,
Yeah,
well, their
the
job
ego
won't
talking.
allow it. All these reasons why they can't, or they can't because it's a different country and you need certain requirements, or this or that. I would just imagine simply being together, not how you
Hmm.
got there, not how your specific person moved to the city and country, but just doing things together. Like you wake up in the morning, you have access to this person. Maybe you go get a cup of coffee together. Maybe you talk or you share together throughout the day. You go on walks. Like just being with this person in the same place, I think will attract them moving to your city and country.
Yeah, that's so true. When you don't think about the how or
Hmm.
stress over it, I'll just give you a really quick story, a really
Yeah.
crazy thing that happened to me.
Okay.
So when I was at Disney World for New Year's Eve, I live in Seabrook, Texas. It's
Hmm.
exactly 999 miles away from Disney World. Kind
Oh
of
my
funny.
goodness.
There is this guy that works at this Kroger grocery store near me that I've been seeing for years. He just works there on and off, and I've been
Hmm.
just seeing him there going as a customer, right? I was at Disney World at Hollywood Studios, bus stop 37, and I look next to me and he's right there. And I was
What?
like, the surprises never stop. I was like, at some point, I just held a thought about him, didn't have any resistance. He shows up 999 miles
Oh
away
my
at the same theme
gosh.
park, at the same specific
Yeah.
theme park in that theme park, and at the same bus stop. I mean,
Wow.
literally could not make this up. And I also think it's important too when it comes
Mhm.
to this. You don't want to need the manifestation to be okay. So you don't need them to move to that city. If you are going into that mindset of I need them to be here to be okay, to feel loved,
Mhm.
to feel like I matter or that I'm noticed, that's going to keep it from you. We have to get out of that
Yeah.
needing them. I mean, it will still happen. It's
Mhm.
just there's a difference between you want to want something, you don't want to need something.
Yeah.
But in other
Yeah.
words, what I'm trying to say, yeah,
Exactly.
definitely,
No neediness, no desperation. Like you desire this, but it's not your entire world. Your whole
yeah,
world is you, and they're just complementing it. They're just an
exactly.
aspect of it.
That is so
Mhm.
true. Okay, Veronica, I always use this analogy with people. With my coaching clients, I tell them, get rid of that Hollywood analogy mentality where, oh, we were two halves of a heart coming together as whole.
Right.
What I tell them is, no, you are two complete hearts
Hmm.
complementing each other.
Yeah.
That's what you want to come as, not as
Yeah.
two
I
halves.
love that.
You're
Hmm.
already complete before you come
Yeah.
together, and you're just complementing each other.
Yeah.
Big difference. It's like you're the sundae, you're the ice cream, they're just the little cherry on top.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're the
exactly.
main course. Exactly.
Yeah, I love
Definitely.
that. And that's so important to remember and to keep in perspective. And
Hmm.
whenever you're trying to manifest a specific person, like always keep being aware of that because you don't want to fall into that trapping of thinking this other person is going to complete your life or be the
Yeah.
answer to all of your happiness or your prayers or
And I
you
used
know,
to be that
reason
person
for
thinking that
living.
way.
I
So
know. I
totally.
did too. I was
Yeah.
guilty of that as well. Because
Lesson learned.
yeah, and it sets you free and it gives you the power to be in control as opposed to thinking this other person has control over you. And that's when the person just shows up in your city and country. Like it doesn't have to be, or I guess it's county. I just
Hmm.
realized that now. It says county, not country on the question. My bad. I guess it isn't another
Oh
country, but
well.
hey, I took it
But
to another
it's still the same thing. Different words, same meaning though.
So thank you so much to everyone for submitting your questions. That was a lot of fun. We are going to head over to Caleb's channel, which is called Pluto's Gate. Do head over there for part number 2 of our collaboration, and do subscribe to his channel as well. Like his videos, watch him. He's awesome. And thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you for having me. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, part 2. Head on over there. Bye.
Bye.